Hey, I'm Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. I am deep into my first book advent from my holiday book advent, which if you didn't see that video, I'm going to give you a spoiler coming up, which is that my first pick was The 7-Year Slip. I have probably less than 100 pages left, and I wanted to jump on and talk about my first reactions and what I think is going to happen because I am surely going to finish this book today. I'm also going to make my next pick, so stay along. And if you haven't heard, I finished Light Lark officially. So I have the second book, Nightbane, in this holiday advent right now, and hopefully, maybe, I'm hoping to pick it. We'll see how lucky I can be today. I will say though, I am extremely lucky because I picked this book up and I love it so much. I started it on Tuesday. It is Sunday right now. I haven't really picked it back up. I picked it up a little bit on Wednesday. I had a very busy week with life, work, my reading schedule. All of the things were busy this week, so I did not pick this one back up until I read 90 pages the first day I picked this up, which was on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I read another 2 chapters. And then I didn't pick this one back up until this morning. And when I picked it back up, I mean, I really couldn't stop. I am on page 255 right now. I was probably only 100 pages in. So, yeah, read a good chunk today. I just love how romantic this story is, knowing that it is also going to be a heartbreaking story. I see all of the elements that could go wrong. The biggest problem is the one storyline I didn't think was going to happen, which was that the knowledge of the magic is just wider than I thought. So, if you this was also one of the books that I talked about in my 10 before the end video, and I read the synopsis and talked about there's an element of magical realism in this book, and it's the apartment. And the apartment, which is her late aunt's, can take you back in time, and it takes you back in time 7 years. And so she knows that her grandmother has told her that this happens, but she's never experienced this until she does. And that's when we pick up, and wow, 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 wow. And there were a couple things in here that I could guess that were going to happen and that I guessed correctly, but then the one thing I didn't threw me, and now I'm really scared because there's just heartbreak written all over this story, and I think I'm gonna cry. I'm really loving it. I definitely think this one, I don't want to say it before I finish the ending because that is a big determiner for me, but I could see myself rereading this one. There is something that is just it's so romantic. It is extremely, extremely romantic, and I don't know if it's the forbiddenness of their love or that their love does feel just forbidden because there's the magical element of it. The things that like usually make me cringe, like no cringe. Really, really, really good. So, as I mentioned, I'm going to finish this one up today. When I do, I will let you know. But the other thing I want to do is get to picking another Advent book. So let's open one together. Okay, these are my 4 remaining book Advent books. I started with the 7-Year Slip. Super good. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Again, I wrapped these books It was only 5 books. It was only a couple weeks ago. It's not like I don't know what's here. I absolutely do know what's here. I am struggling a little bit to remember what is where. I have guesses. I really kind of want to pick a Nightmane. Like, yeah, I kind of really do want to pick Nightmane. But I don't actually know which one it is. It's one of the Santas. And if I don't get it, like, again, these are all wonderful books that I purchased, that I wanted to read at some point, that so much that I said, you need to come home with me and become a part of my collection. So, there is no losing. All right, we're gonna see. Let's go with Santa number 1. I'll show you before I see. Nope. I am going to read A Holly Jolly Ever After by Julia Murphy and Sierra Simone. Woo! Okay. This is actually good because it's holiday Christmas time right now, but also I am doing another round of my no buy TBR jar challenge, and one of my prompts is a book by multiple authors. So I was hoping that I was going to pick this one soon so I could take that one off my list. Cool, cool, cool. There we go. We can find the silver lining in every single book we buy. This one will be fun. It is the one that is a ex pop star and an ex pop star, and our female main character was a child star. They were both like child stars together, and they're gonna come back to be in basically a Hallmark movie together. I think it's gonna be fun and cute and clearly very holiday themed. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I think I know what this one is then. Unless I don't remember and I didn't actually put it in the Santa. Not that I don't have video footage of it, but it's been a very busy vlogmas December, so there's been a lot of video footage. We'll see. Oh, this one has cute little... I do like when they do... There's like a little town map. Alright. Alright, we're getting me with the Christmas trap. And yeah, there are little illustrations with the chapters. Alright. Alright, this will be good. But yeah, until then, I am going to get back to the 7-year slip. So I want to see how it ends. I finished up the 7-year slip. Oh, wow. Really, really, really good. Good the whole way through. I won't just say it was a good ending. It was. It was a great ending. But it was a solid book the whole way through. So many things that I didn't see coming, which was cool. But I will say there were some other storylines that I guessed along the way. But I kind of enjoy that as a reader because it feels like a little reward, like I was paying attention and I got it right. I will say I did just have to wipe a bunch of mascara because I did cry. I cried on 3 separate parts, and I just cried because it was so beautiful. This is a beautiful, beautiful love story. I didn't know what to expect, knowing that people say this one does make them emotional, and I hadn't heard whether or not this one does end in a happy ever after. And I was really glad that I didn't know going in. But this was a 5-star read for me. I think I knew about 150 pages in that it was going to be a 5-star read for me, and I was just kind of waiting on the ending to confirm. But no, totally a 5-star read for me. I could see myself rereading this one. I think Ashley Poston's writing is absolutely beautiful. She has the Dead Romantics. I think there might be another book of hers that is also out. No, maybe I saw she's working on something. But yeah, so happy with this one. So happy with this one. It's a great pick. So beautiful, so romantic, so good. I do think there was just one scene near the end that I wish there was a little more clarity on. I think I know. Yeah, it kind of, you have an idea on what's going on just based on the premise, based on the magical element that's in the apartment, but there isn't as clear cut of a this is what's happening. And I would have liked that because I would want to see what that scene was extended. It kind of like is a little bit of whiplash. They open up in the next, after this one thing happens that you really have to infer from, you open up and it's her birthday and she's in a whole different place and location, and that was a little bit of whiplash. I literally went back and I read the page like 3 times. It's like, okay, yeah, no, we are just like doing this time jump. So I think that was the point. You were supposed to just have this, create this moment in your head and not be led to it or not read through it. And I could do that, but if I could change anything about that book, that is the one scene I would have wanted. And I honestly wonder if it got cut from the editing room floor, because then thinking about it, there's a lot of ways you could do it, and leaving it out actually leaves more for the reader to imagine rather than having extra complicated elements to this one. Yeah, but I will absolutely be reading the Dead Romantics. I'll be trying to get my hands on it because this was so good. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I picked this book up in April. So this one has been sitting on my shelves for a while. I bought it as a part of some birthday books during the Target buy 2 get 1 sale. And this was the last book of the 3 that I had, and I just for some reason never picked it up. I'm so glad that I put it in my book advent. I'm so glad that I finally got around to reading it, and I'm just so glad that I liked it so much. And now that I've finished my first book in my book advent, I can move on to my second, Holly Jolly Ever After, which is perfect. It is December 15th right now, so holiday festivities are underway all over. This one is a little over 400 pages, so we'll see how long it takes me. But I'm excited to try out. This is another, these are 2 other new to me authors. This was also my first read of Ashley Poston. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for my book advent update. I will keep you posted when I finish A Holly Jolly Ever After and get to open my next book. maybe I will find Nightbane, or maybe I'll decide to open one of the candy cane ones that I don't think Nightbane is in. We'll see how long I can hold off on needing to know what happens, because I guess after I do read Nightbane, Skyshade is out, but I don't have it. I will have to get in line in Libby. So we'll see how long I can wait. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great day.